Today, our topic is the power of resilient stories of comebacks. Life is not always easy. Sometimes it feels like the world is against us. We face challenges, failures, and setbacks. But what defines us is not how we fall, but how we get back up. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to keep going even when things are tough. It is the strength to face difficulties and come out stronger on the other side. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is something you build through experience, through struggle, and through the will to keep moving forward. Let me share some stories of resilience. Stories of people who faced great challenges but never gave up, and how they turned their struggles into strength. Think about Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb. He failed thousands of times before he succeeded. People told him he was wasting his time, but he never gave up. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His resilience changed the world. Imagine if he had quit after the first failure, or the 100th, or even the 1000th. We might still be living in the dark. Edison's story teaches us that failure is not the end. It is just a step on the path to success. Every failure brings you closer to your goal if you have the resilience to keep going. Now, let's talk about J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books. Before she became famous, she was a single mother living on welfare. She was struggling to make ends meet, and her manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers. But she didn't give up. She kept sending her book to publishers until one finally said, yes. Today, Harry Potter is one of the most successful book series in history, and J.K. Rowling is one of the most famous authors in the world. Her story shows us that even when life feels hopeless, even when it feels like no one believes in you, you can still achieve your dreams if you have resilience. Another great example is Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison for fighting against apartheid in South Africa. Many people would have given up hope after so many years in prison, but not Mandela. He used that time to reflect, to learn, and to grow. When he was finally released, he did not seek revenge. Instead, he worked to bring peace and equality to his country. He became the president of South Africa and is remembered as one of the greatest leaders in history. Mandela's story teaches us that resilience is not just about surviving. It is about thriving. It is about using your struggles to become a better person and to make the world a better place. Let's also remember Malala Yousafzai, the young girl who stood up for the right to education, even when the Taliban tried to silence her. She was shot in the head, but she survived. Instead of being afraid, she became even more determined to fight for what she believed in. She became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize and continues to inspire millions of people around the world. Malala's story shows us that resilience is not just about physical strength. It is about courage, determination, and the belief that you can make a difference no matter how young or small you are. These stories are inspiring, but resilience is not just for famous people. It is something we all need in our everyday lives. Maybe you are struggling with school, or work, or relationships. Maybe you are dealing with a loss, or an illness, or a dream that seems out of reach. Whatever it is, remember that you are stronger than you think. Resilience is not about never falling. It is about getting back up every time you fall. It is about learning from your mistakes and using them to grow. It is about believing in yourself, even when no one else does. So how can you build resilience? First, accept that life is not perfect. Bad things will happen, and that's okay. What matters is how you respond. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, focus on what you can do to make it right. Second, learn to adapt. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes you have to change your plans. Be flexible and open to new possibilities. Third, don't be afraid to ask for help. Resilience does not mean you have to do everything on your own. It means you have the strength to keep going, even if you need support from others. Another important part of resilience is mindset. If you believe that you can overcome your challenges, you are more likely to succeed. This is where Stoicism can help. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. It teaches us to stay calm in the face of adversity and to see challenges as opportunities for growth. The Stoics believed that difficulties are not obstacles, they are tests of our character. By embracing this mindset, you can build the resilience to face anything life throws at you. One of the key ideas in Stoicism is the concept of Amor Fati, which means love of fate. This means accepting everything that happens to you, good or bad, and seeing it as a necessary part of your journey. Instead of complaining about your problems, embrace them. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? When you stop resisting your struggles and start learning from them, you build resilience. Another Stoic practice is to prepare for the worst while hoping for the best. This does not mean you should be pessimistic. It means you should be realistic. By imagining the worst-case scenario, you can prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. If the worst happens, you will be ready. If it doesn't, you will be relieved. This practice helps you stay calm and focused, no matter what happens. Resilience also requires self-care. You cannot bounce back if you are physically, mentally, or emotionally exhausted. Make sure you take care of yourself. Eat well, exercise, get enough sleep, and take time to relax. Surround yourself with positive people who support you and encourage you. And don't forget to celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Every step forward is a victory, and every victory builds your resilience. In the end, resilience is about hope. It is about believing that no matter how dark things seem, there is always a way forward. It is about trusting that you have the strength to overcome any challenge. And it is about knowing that every setback is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become the best version of yourself. So, the next time you face a challenge, remember the stories of Thomas Edison, J.K. Rowling, Nelson Mandela, and Malala Yousafzai. Remember that resilience is not about avoiding failure. It is about rising after you fall. It is not about being perfect. It is about being persistent. And it is not about giving up. It is about going on, no matter how hard it gets. Life is not easy, but it is worth it. Every struggle, every failure, every setback is a chance to build your resilience and to come back stronger than ever. So, keep going. Keep fighting. Keep believing. Because the power of resilience is the power to turn your struggles into strength, your failures into success, and your dreams into reality. And that is the greatest power of all.